super interesting little side note that I would like to add to the reading. I am going to continue adding from this, but there was a lot of truth that was, presented to me earlier today. I don't know if you can see, but I'm just going to pull the book straight back. This is the Temptations. This is what Ophelia had run away with. I'm going to really try to do this non-emotionally. I think I shared earlier about the energy of burning, the burning of books, the burning of bras. It's the library. It's on fire. And there's a birth of a monster that could possibly happen. Let me tell you what kind of energy this is, because I actually literally live next to a white horse. There's a facility called the White Horse. And I don't think I'm the white horse. I don't think I'm the black horse. In fact, as a native of Denver, Colorado, I happen to know that I'm the blue horse. That one, this book, that's all me, okay? This is what I realized a moment ago, that if you don't have the courage to tell the truth will never find you. That if you're not willing, did you see the key? You just saw me shuffle. Did you see it turn over? Did you see it turn over? Because the moment that you meet your maker is the moment you die. And DIA knew that. This is the wisdom of the blue horse with the red-eye flight out of town just on time. You think I took somebody out of town, that I flew somebody out on my time? Not on my watch. Can we get confirmation? Let's do upright for confirmation and upside down for right. This is, Ophelia just broke something up there, and the refrigerator, you know how it hums? It has a constant hum. It's like a hive full of bees that are just waiting to swarm. This was the takeoff in the landing spot. And I do want to say for the keys, but for some reason, this set of keys did not make it into the domain. The main dough, the money is the crown, has jewels, gold. People don't care about the princess. They'll kill her, no problem. They'll kill her. The crown, however, attracts quite a bit of it. It's like having a Honda or a Subaru or maybe a Toyota, right? And somewhere inside of your car, the system is like pimped out. Like literally, you know that Pimp My Ride? I'm hearing Keisha, Ride Good. That's a song. They definitely tried. They definitely attempted to pimp your car. But it turns out you still have on your crown. No one was able to peel that back, scalp the tickets, or otherwise remove your inheritance from you. Let me get a reading, please, from Memories from Heaven. This is by Wayne and D. Just gonna leave it like that. This is page 82 and 83. So I also feel an energy of like It's somebody saying, calm down. No. Because amongst other things, amongst other trinkets and little tidbits that I've accumulated and acquired across the ages, of time that actually define my wisdom, this is what I saw. A scarlet letter written on somebody's forehead. Mostly because of the spiritual downloads that they are just naturally sensitive to, as if they chose to be born into that family. It is 5:44 right now. I'm gonna read this. When my son was the ripe age of 3, he had drawn this beautiful tree while playing alone in his room. I was an at-home mom, and he hadn't been in any form of preschool. Astonished, I asked, Marley, where did you learn to draw such a beautiful tree? I don't know why I'm saying Game of Thrones with the dragons right now, but Khaleesi's in the building. Khaleesi is definitely in the building. Someone's really sad right now. Someone's also really doing bad, as in, you're a bad bitch, right? That's the Lupe Fiasco sentiment that at 6:44 when I said that we're going with the tree, right? Astonished, I asked. So when you ask somebody a question, it's who, what, when, where, why, how, or which. Right? His response was, Mama, God taught me. If you haven't heard Zauntee, Zauntee, I think it is. Zauntee, God taught me. Go listen to it. We didn't belong to a church or read from the Bible. We talked of God, but not a lot. I love this because, honestly, there's this savage portion of myself that loves showing its face. Do you see that? This savage portion of myself absolutely adores walking through this door. If you give me a reason to fly off the handle, I might take it. There's a basket full of items that I always prop my phone up on, and I do want to show you one image from the basket. There's this necessity that you understand that this is a lie, like Muhammad Ali. This is an ally. This is a United Nations. This is a force of humans who put S's on the back of things so that we no longer have to run directly straight into them. And that was the one shot that you had. If you're trying to convert another specific, look, let me get the same deck. Oh, if you're trying to convert a second, so now we have the frog as well as the sun with on the bottom of the deck. Keep everything in mind. Oh, scheiße. This is a way deeper seated issue than what I originally thought. I'm actually gonna have to put some work into this. Like, literally, there's when the bees die. I'm putting this in the basket, by the way. This in the basket with the lies. And we're also gonna do this little, right, okay. Thank you, that's 3. So, as soon as the bees die, you should be notified that something is terribly wrong. If there isn't an alarm, oh my God, if there isn't an alarm that goes off when this happens, there's actually something wrong with you. Oh my God, there's a star. And here's the sun again. That's twice. Yeah, my ear's fine. Here's the star card again in the upright. There's somebody is trying to pass judgment on the star. And what they're passing judgment on has way less to do with the actual human. The vessel that it's traveling in has way more to do with the message. Message? I'm seeing a moth as well as a butterfly. This is two species comparing and contrasting themselves like humans do in a textbook. Just imagine if a dragon and that creature, that flying furry ass creature from the land before time, imagine if they just got together and started comparing and contrasting each other. How stupid would that be? If Princess Brides had the dragon, talking about the big old rat from Princess Brides, it's 11:44 when I said that, actually came to terms with Khaleesi energy. That's what this is. It's Princess Brides meets the never-ending story meets Khaleesi. Callie, right? Callie, Khaleesi, luck, Lakshmi, Shmi, the pirates, pirate's gold, pyrite, the half-wit, I'm saying this with the utmost of love because this is Hermione energy. This is a half-wit. Half of it has already been dumped out, and the other half is still there. Why am I saying it's a half-wit situation? Because it's also the Iliad and the Odyssey. This is the equivalent of telling up and down that it can no longer be Newton or Darwin. There will be mobility in the future, and that mobility is going to come from a great place of stability. This is Wheel of Fortune. Again, I just picked up most of the deck. Okay. I really need y'all to view the field that I'm working in, because if you can't see the field, you can't see the work. Okay? I'm going to clean it all up right now. Clean it all up at the moment. Oof. So the residual effect of this energy, I feel, is the reason why a lot of certain demographics feel completely drained, is because these memories of heaven, it's the conspiracy theory that Ethiopians, virgins specifically, Ethiopian virgins could heal you from HIV/AIDS. 1414 when I said that. It's the same belief system that is completely outdated, completely irrelevant, absolutely kind of obsolete. The camera has now caught on to a new way of living. A new way of living. And that way is unified. It's a unified, all-together force of energy. It's all three hearts telling you that's a shame that you never believed in anything except for yourself. What people don't understand is that unless you believe in yourself, I'm moving this energy over here. I'm intentionally switching energies, by the way. That is on purpose. So if you were curious to know, yeah, there's no leap of faith going on there. This is intentional. This is who we are. This is somebody in the middle of the woods. You just hear this random voice and it's like, whoo, like an owl, right? And you look around to see like, what's all that? Oh my God. I think that came from, wait, hold on. Let me think about it. I don't think it was bed knobs and broomsticks, but it was definitely, it might've been. What's all that? Oh, Mary Poppins. Okay, the soot and the ash. What's all that? That's the baby shark energy coming full circle, or at least attempting to. And a portion of that is ascribed to me. I will say this. There's a turtle and a hare energy. And the reshuffling, the reassignment of energies was done exactly that way, because when you think about who your heir, the heir to the throne, you know, whenever you watch Mary, Queen of Scots, right? You may see several scenes where she is having to stand for something that she doesn't even believe in, and she has to do it because it's familial. And nobody's arguing about the familial part, but she's just saying she wishes she could be a woman all by herself. Independent of royalty, independent of the royalties that are collected from her pocket. When people look at her, this is jealousy. People are always praying for discernment, but as soon as they see a shark lurking, sharks don't stop swimming. They don't, like, you know, that I'm just hearing, just keep swimming, just keep, like the Dory song, right? Literally sharks can't, or they will die. Same exact sentiment that I was trying to reiterate fairly vehemently. I tried, okay? What I'm looking for is the turtle. The turtle and the hare. Because the turtle has the eye of the sparrow, whereas the hare has the skill and the endowment of a shark. So when combined, the two could be a very powerful force. 1827 on the clock when I said that. This is sharks don't talk. They don't make noise. They don't have a voice, okay? Because they're underwater creatures. That's why. You may see them coming, but probably not, because they lurk at a depth that your eyes cannot see. This is cyclone energy. This is like, oh, I see you. You know, in Wedding Crashers, when she's like, I find you, she's psychotic. This is a level 3 clinger we're talking about. Okay? Psychotic. She is watching everything you do. She is timing it, probably eating it on her free time. This is sleep. This is someone eating you with their eyes closed. Eating you with their eyes closed. That's 1933. I'm trying to mark the time because it does, it denotes each one of these swords that are getting pulled out of, someone tried to almost inherit your time on this earth, or somehow impede. I'm just seeing a stampede of some type of species. I don't really know. Could be cows, could be buffalo, could be really any huge mammal like elk, or could be like moose. I really don't have any clue. And so if each one of those swords is not methodically, and I do want to say that this is a right-handed endeavor, that the people who put the swords there are the ones that need to pull them out. This is E2 Brute energy, like I said. So someone is not really walking away unfulfilled from grief, sorrow, being dissuaded. That's what shark energy does. It survives with their eyes closed. So they're not angry, but they do get this really unfair characteristic trait that is mean. Like they're unequal in their give and take. No, you're scared of sharks. I know I sure as hell am. I sure as hell am. So when I need to get in a cage in order to go swim with them at their depth, where I can't even necessarily breathe, go to sleep, or relax at all because I'm completely terrified of them. Completely terrified. Petrified. You know, petrified wood, petrified stone, petrified anything. It's like a Medusa. When you think about the medical profession, this is Medusa type energy. It's starstruck also. When you see them, you're like, oh, what's my name? Oh, what's my name? It's meeting an African prince. It's encountering this person who's going to give you reciprocity even in their sleep. Like, that's exactly how loyal they are. We'll see what's behind this. Okay, 3 of Wands. We have, no, this is not a heartbreaking situation to move into defensively. In fact, you've now been enlightened to a higher purpose, power. This is the King of Swords. Not really the same King of Swords as you're thinking, but this King of Swords is not going to build anything that doesn't have to do with justice. The justice system is supported by the Constitution. The Constitution is supported by our forefathers. So when you don't believe in your father, he doesn't show up to the table. 2311, right when I said that. It's not that he doesn't want to show up at the table. It's that you're not ready for it yet. That these definitions, these new terms of endearment, I always thought it was interesting that it's Merriam and Webster. And when we think about like the butterfly pavilion and these like, you know, spider webs and tarantulas that exist there, there's one in Colorado at least who has a tarantula named Rosie. And they've owned her for years. She's the one that walks all over the hands of children. She's the one that, she's the only one. She's the chosen spider. Oh, chosen spider. Here's the 8 of Discs, which is building. The reason I'm bringing that up is because if you know who Evelyn Salt was, or Veruca Salt, you could just lick the wall and basically taste the poison. Her husband was killed. I'm talking about Miss Salt, as in Miss Smith at the moment. But this is the vitriol that she feels for anybody having come for her counterpart. She will hang upside down and backwards if that's what it takes to go diagonally and get back to the source energy that was strongly taken. I think there's like 3 takens by now. I don't know. It's a movie, Taken. They laughed in her face every time that they did it. They did not realize that next lifetime won't be happening. That's the bottom of the deck for this type of building where you strongly are not understanding the connection between Veruca Salt in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, winning that golden ticket, hatching the golden egg into whatever nest you can wipe off of yourself, right? Yep, there's the Emperor. There's the father energy. I do want to say, wow, this is really interesting. Oh, because there were images left out on purpose, I want to say. That's insurance policy energy. It's like someone's pissed off because when you used to have like old camera rolls, right? I had this one dude when I was younger, and we used to talk over the internet, and he sent me an undeveloped roll of pictures because at the time we didn't have text messages, we didn't have the capability of sending pixels over email, over SMS or anything like that. Excuse me if I'm just like kind of like regurgitating this as best I can, but there's a reason for that, and you will see. So long story short, this dude, right, he sends me this undeveloped roll of photos. I guess he called himself a photographer or something. They weren't bad photos. Like, they didn't bubble out. They weren't like a fisheye kind. Like, it wasn't like the actual image was distorted for me at all. It was more like I just experienced it in a different order. Because the first and most important thing for me at that time were my feelings towards him. The love that I felt. There's a peacock. This is animal deities. And then we've got the cow. There's something of a watcher energy, something of a nostalgic energy, something of a brutally voracious energy that is definitely coming through. That's the scarab and a panther. There's really no reason why this shouldn't be able to, except for there's a black swan moment where this used to be a white panther. This used to be, I do want to say, a snow leopard. The knowledge of this being a snow leopard is now no secret. In fact, people could probably recognize this if they look close enough and have the eyes to see. I don't know why, but I feel like when an oxen or a bull or, you know how they call stallions and mustangs, they've got all these fancy names for horses. We just talked about that blue horse energy. This is the blue horse energy coming back around again. And there's somebody, person, place, or thing that's like a huge fan. And for some reason, this is like the most, I don't even know how to explain the energies. This is what they feed on. This is like putting vials of blood in front of a vampire. This is putting a book of spells in front of a witch. This is literally placing the moonlight. Can't Stop the Moonlight by Coyote Ugly. Go listen. Take a gander. Because that's what this is. It's energy of like someone put you in a situation where they kind of knew you were going to be salivating at the mouth, that it would be appealing to you, is what I'm hearing. And as a result of that, they were able to hex you, curse you, somehow integrate themselves into this pentagonal knowing. If you've never heard the Christmas album by Pentatonics, definitely go take a listen. The other part and parcel of this, so if this is let's be a bee inside of a star. So all you haters talking about that Illuminati shit, that's that energy right there. This is the Pentagon is where all of the information for the government is kept, right? And when you think about Pentecostal churches, the pence, or the representation of pence, no matter if it's on a card or otherwise, always speaks volumes about itself. This is what is happening. So when you're talking about like someone's nagging me, or someone's bugging me, or someone's really on my nerves, well, that's because you're nervous about the energy that's there. So this is a bug. It is a scarab. And it is effectively representing people who are able to deal with a shitstorm of shit. A shitstorm of shit. So this dung beetle takes little balls of poop, right? Tiny little balls of poop that have been gathered up into this heart space, because it's energetic work, and unfurls it. This is the oh my God, I don't even believe that just happened. I'm going to try to put this back the way it was. I don't even think I could if I wanted to. Literally, this fell out and was like somehow completely held up by this energy. This is the crone energy, or the Jesus card as I call it. And this is the 10 of cups in reverse, right? So nobody's mad that there's this like etheric energy kind of hanging out with them. What I feel like they're mad about is this black swan transformation. When you think about ballet shoes, when you think about lakes, when you think about the black sheep of the family, right? These are black swan characteristics. It says transformation, loss of innocence, and beauty. This is a painting, so different strokes for different folks, okay? Some people do sand paintings, some people use marker, other people use paint. It's a mediumship thing, just like being a channel is a mediumship interpretation. 33:33 on the clock. It says this painting of a swan maiden represents a common motif found in the mythologies and folk tales of many cultures around the globe, from Native American to Slavic. So if you want to do Scandinavian design, we could probably afford some furniture. You earned it. Although the story varies from place to place, the basic plot is the same. You earned it, right? A young man finds the feathered robe or skin of a swan maiden. So this is like a feather being attached to your skin. I don't know if you've ever had to feather and tar anybody, like drag them. That's what we call it in our beef sector, I suppose. I'm not going to ascribe myself to that. In their beef sector, they call it dragging somebody. And they basically tar and feather you and then drag you through the streets, try to make you feel humiliated, shameful, and absolutely excommunicated from any type of person, place, or thing that might actually advance your mental. a young man finds the feathered robe or skin of a swan maiden, a goddess-like creature, which she is temporarily shed to assume a human form. Although I'm also hearing, yeah, that was pretty strong. I heard Formation come through. Formation by Beyonce. It's like, what happened after the tsunami? What happened after the hurricane? What happened after the flood? You're going to have to ask Sri Lanka, Noah, and Katrina about that, because I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Although the youth attempts to hide the feathers from the maiden, which would allow him to possess her, the swan finds its feathers, assumes its animal form, and leaves the youth. The lost swan thus symbolizes the departure of youthful innocence and the passage to maturity. In some versions of the story, the swan dies. Like done. Dunzo, right? In Greek mythology, the swan song is the beautiful song sung by the swan just before death. So with these two pieces of information side by side, there's a disturbing pattern that is now starting to emerge. Disturbing in mostly the best of ways. I did hear myself earlier go, and it sounds like Disturbed. If you've ever heard that song by Disturbed, they go, wah, wah. That's like the sound that is made. And it's a war cry. It's a understanding that something has been removed from your very appendages. It's a pension. It's an appendectomy, because they didn't think that your appendix mattered for anything. And now you want to make some type of revision to the clause that included that stipulation. That stipulation is stigmata. Or at least it will be in the future. Yeah, this is the Son of Wands coming out. This is just a whole bunch of people sitting around listening to the Ankh. Every color. I don't know why I'm hearing, this is the first time I've heard this with this card too, but I'm hearing that song by Phil Collins and then also by Pocahontas, so don't let me forget. Phil Collins has a song called True Colors, and is about honoring who you are and about other people being able to visually witness that. The other Pocahontas reference that I just made has a lot more to do with Tiger Lily, who's actually here, is what I want to say. Pocahontas and Tiger Lily didn't have the same story at all. They were extremely different stories. If you remember, Tiger Lily actually has blonde hair. Yeah. Tiger Lily has blonde hair. Pocahontas is a colored woman. Oh my God. So we now have the fact that Pocahontas and Tiger Lily are both actually also heterosexual. This is the Ankh, and this is the double rainbow in reverse. This is a 911 call from a plethora of sparks, colors, plugs. I'm just seeing like gamma rays, X-rays, beta rays. Like, I'm seeing a lot of radiation. Oh, so this is the equivalent of like blowing up the animal kingdom. That's why the animals are coming through so strong, is because we're on that precipice. There needs to be some type of either acceptance of mystical energies that have already existed, or there needs to be an eradication, which is why that rat energy was coming out. The rat, the hat. Why did that come out with this egg? Okay, well, I'm going with it. I'm going. There's an egg there. There's something there. I'm putting away all the motherhood cards only because I need to actually get the voodoo energy first and then grab what kind of motherhood this is. We're going to latch on right now. Latch on, because it's going to probably be a wild ride. Yeah. So this is the result of that. No more explanation needed, but I am going to just point out that there's like a baby, like this could be a baby girl. I'm hearing that Chinese advice that I gave myself a while ago, where when you go to a Chinese food restaurant, they have a ball under one arm, right? Or when they have like the two statues near the entrance of the establishment, they've got a ball under one. I don't know what is wrong with me, but I hear Lucille Ball. That's always going to be the male energy, the masculine. This is definitely manly. I almost said manly men. Probably why I coughed. Under the other paw will be the creative female, feline energy, which is a baby girl. So you have one paw on the baby girl and one paw on the ball. This is having your eye on the ball. This is the spiritual listening is coming to mind. This is the whispers. I'm also hearing whisker, as in like how cats have whiskers. It's there's something about sensing things that are way out of your realm that is really poignant. I'm still hearing it. It's that earring that's like it's the repetition of ones or zeros into the universe auditorily. There's something also about, oh my gosh. So there's this energy. This is the, oh, wait a minute, hold on. That was so beautiful. Okay. This is what came up, okay? For some reason today, and for the past couple little whiles, I have felt like I am hawking something up, or kind of, when I'm talking about hawking, I'm talking about like looking into, yes, shadow self. That is correct. That is the ball of dung that we are effectively trying to pick up right now, right? So there's this emperor energy that immediately came out. It was trying to fit a circle into a square. And I've encountered that energy, I think that's the third time today. But this is the soul of the energy, if you will. This woman is standing with a scepter, which, by the way, a scepter is basically like a walking stick for royalty. And it supports the weight of the crown. It is the heavy, it's what would automatically fall on your shoulders. Let's say you had this huge orb or sphere directly above your head. It's the Atlas Shrugged moment, where you are now, instead of holding that entire ring up on your own shoulders, now you're standing on top of it. Now you're firmly standing on top of it. Okay, there's some type of really fast energy coming along with this. I'm hearing the fluttering of these wings, just the scarab wings that are like in motion. Okay, so I'm gonna move that over here and I'm gonna grab a completely new deck. I want to know what that buzz was. I'm done. I'm done. This is the Daughter of Discs and the Death of a Rose. I'm gonna, nope.